All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tennessee Titans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Newton escaping the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd and 10, Newton going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And caught left side, Olsen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. from the gun. Here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. Flushed out. Touchdown, Carolina. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Gabbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Gabbert now. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Here we go.
On fourth down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On first down, Newton steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air, Newton on second down. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Newton now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10. Now it's Newton. And it's a fumble. And that might be Titan football. It is.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here we go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a third and inches. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
On the return, it's McBride. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's McBride. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that's pretty much how they teach as a DB. Hit him and have some force with it. Yet he still caught the football and got the yardage he needed.
A little deflating?
Very much so.
Defensively.
Yeah, because you're trying to police up that area, and you don't want them to come in there, and you're hoping some good hard tackles will keep them out of there. In this case, he just shrugged it off and went ahead and got what he needed.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
This is Lewis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Second down, Gabbard going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gabbert now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Wes Horton with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Newton. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And he comes back with one complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Newton now to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Richmond.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Gabbert on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Lewis has the 1st down and then some. And finally marked down at the 23. That good for 19 at a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Gabbert now to throw on 1st down. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing. Gabbert. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Newton forced out to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Gabbert now after the fumble recovery. He's going to look deep down the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Gabbert dumps it off to Lewis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Desperation time. Gabbert on fourth. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A second down throw for Gabbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Black 22! Black 22!
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger! 2 jet! 2 jet! Hey.
Play fake. Gabbert. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They run. This is Lewis. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They try again with Lewis. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Down. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead is now 14-10. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Huge 1st down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. One last throw here for Newton. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Try to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Tennessee, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9.